third of Australia's exports head to China. So it does really show that our farmers are quite exposed, particularly after that decision to slap 80% tariffs on our barley. And now we're hearing these unsubstantiated reports that Beijing has written up something of a hit list of other Australian goods like seafood, fruit and dairy products that could face stricter quality controls and even tariffs. It's something, as I say, that hasn't been substantiated yet, but the National Farmers Federation is concerned about further action.
I've seen speculation about various other sectors, and of course we're always conscious of any disruptions to trade. An export-dominated industry like agriculture, we export 2/3 of what we produce, 1/3 of that goes to China. So yeah, absolutely acutely aware of any risks to any other sectors. Right now it's the barley issue, and it's the closure of 4 meat processing plants in Australia, which again there has been some history of.
Tom, there seems to have been another shift in rhetoric from federal Labor here, really backing in the government's response in the relationship with China after the Victorian Treasurer Tim Pallas hit out at the federal government, saying these trade tensions are a direct result of the mismanagement of that key relationship. But the Labor leader really opposing those comments today.
I'm commenting on the Australian government's position, whereby the coalition and Labor have been at one. We have had the same position on these matters.
Tom, these trade tensions follow the decision by world leaders to back in an independent and global review of the coronavirus pandemic response. The government wants this to be carried out independently of the WHO, and there's a lot of attention now as to which mechanisms within the WHO will be used to carry out that inquiry. The Health Minister saying he wants it to be as independent as possible.
We are committed to the process. We hope other countries are committed to the process. And one of the things we want to see is not just an independent and impartial review, but real steps forward on independent inspection capabilities. These capabilities are very important for early identification of risk, of early identification of new forms of transmission, and to discover the source.
Meanwhile, we've got the Health Minister also defending the COVID-safe app, Eliza, after reports some states were struggling to use it for contact tracing.
Yeah, we heard from the New South Wales Chief Medical Officer this morning saying that there have been some teething issues with using the app to conduct contact tracing, that all-important role that this app is being used for. But the Federal Health Minister this morning saying the advice he's being given is that all states and territories are able to use this app.
The Victorian government's informed us that they have used it. We're told that all of the states and territories are using the COVID-safe app, but in 6 of the states and territories, for example, there have been no cases. The app is there, it serves its role, and with all of these things, what we do is we prepare for the worst for outbreaks, but where we don't have outbreaks, where we are down to less than a dozen cases, then we have preparations that are in place.
So defending the fact that this app isn't being broadly used in Victoria, for instance, it's only being used to track 1 case of community transmission.